Kyle Carpenter's selfless act of bravery did not go unnoticed. On June 19, 2014, President Barack Obama awarded him the Medal of Honor during a ceremony at the White House. Carpenter became one of the youngest Medal of Honor recipients in U.S. history at the age of 24. Early life and background. Kyle Carpenter was born on October 17, 1989, in Jacksonville, Florida. He grew up in the small town of Flowery Branch, Georgia, and had a strong interest in sports and fitness from a young age. After graduating from Flowery Branch High School in 2008, Carpenter went on to attend the University of South Carolina, where he briefly studied before deciding to enlist in the U.S. Marine Corps. Carpenter was motivated to serve his country following the events of September 11th, and he wanted to be part of something greater than himself. After high school, he joined the United States Marine Corps and entered the Delayed Entry Program in 2008. In 2009, he was assigned to the 2nd Battalion, 9th Marines, as part of the 1st Marine Division and began his service as a Marine. Deployment to Afghanistan. Carpenter was deployed to Afghanistan in 2010, a time when U.S. forces were heavily involved in combat operations against the Taliban and other insurgent groups. He was assigned to a unit in the Helmand Province, one of the most dangerous areas in the country, particularly known for the heavy presence of Taliban forces. The combat environment was extremely challenging, with frequent firefights and the constant threat of improvised explosive devices, IEDs, and ambushes. The heroic act: saving a fellow Marine. On November 21, 2010, during a patrol in the Helmand Province, Carpenter and his fellow Marine, Lance Corporal Nicholas Eufrazio, were engaged in a firefight with Taliban insurgents. The two Marines were providing security during a search operation when they encountered a grenade thrown by the enemy. At that moment, Carpenter made a split-second decision that would change the course of his life. He leapt onto the grenade, positioning his body over it in an attempt to shield Eufrazio from the blast. The grenade exploded, causing severe injuries to both Carpenter and Eufrazio. Carpenter's injuries were catastrophic. He was severely wounded with multiple broken bones, shattered limbs, and extensive internal injuries. He was immediately evacuated from the battlefield, and the extent of his injuries led many to believe that he would not survive. However, through sheer determination, grit, and the efforts of the medical teams who treated him, Carpenter defied the odds and survived. His selfless act of bravery was recognized as one of the most extraordinary moments of heroism in modern warfare. Recovery and medical treatment. Kyle Carpenter's recovery was nothing short of remarkable. He was initially treated at a military hospital in Germany and then transferred to the U.S. Naval Medical Center in Bethesda, Maryland. Over the course of several years, Carpenter underwent more than 40 surgeries to treat his injuries. His wounds included broken bones, a collapsed lung, shattered bones in his face, and extensive burns from the grenade blast. Despite the physical challenges and intense pain he faced, Carpenter remained positive throughout his recovery. He displayed remarkable resilience and perseverance, often setting personal goals to help him push through each day. He was also motivated by the support he received from his fellow Marines, his family, and his medical team. Medal of Honor. Kyle Carpenter's selfless act of bravery did not go unnoticed. On June 19, 2014, President Barack Obama awarded him the Medal of Honor during a ceremony at the White House. Carpenter became one of the youngest Medal of Honor recipients in U.S. history at the age of 24. During the ceremony, President Obama praised Carpenter's courage, stating, "On the battlefield, Kyle Carpenter made a choice. He made a choice to jump on a grenade. He made a choice to sacrifice himself for his fellow Marines, to give them a chance to live. And he did it for the love of his brothers. He did it for his country. He did it for all of us." Carpenter's Medal of Honor citation reads, For conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity at the risk of his life above and beyond the call of duty, while serving as a rifleman with Company C, 1st Battalion, 9th Marine Regiment, 2nd Marine Division, in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. On November 21, 2010, while conducting a security patrol in the Helmand Province of Afghanistan, Lance Corporal Carpenter's unit came under attack by insurgent forces. In the midst of a heavy firefight, an enemy grenade was thrown at the Marines. Without hesitation and with complete disregard for his own life, Lance Corporal Carpenter hurled himself onto the grenade, absorbing the full force of the blast. His courageous action saved the lives of his fellow Marines. Despite suffering catastrophic wounds, Lance Corporal Carpenter's indomitable spirit and determination enabled him to survive and continue to inspire others. Post-service and legacy. After receiving the Medal of Honor, Carpenter became an outspoken advocate for veterans, especially those who have suffered life-changing injuries in combat. He has worked to raise awareness about the challenges faced by wounded veterans, and he has been a prominent figure in speaking out about the importance of resilience, perseverance, and support for service members returning from war. He has also continued to work with various veterans organizations, including the Wounded Warrior Project and the Veterans Affairs Office, to help ensure that wounded veterans receive the care and resources they need. Carpenter has used his own experience as a wounded warrior to inspire others, demonstrating that even in the face of the most severe adversity, it is possible to recover, rebuild, and thrive. In addition to his advocacy, Carpenter has pursued a degree in international relations from the University of South Carolina, focusing on issues related to military service and veterans affairs. He continues to work as a public speaker, sharing his story of bravery, sacrifice, and recovery with audiences across the country. Personal life Kyle Carpenter is also known for his humble and grounded demeanor, despite the significant attention he has received for his heroism. He remains a private individual who values his friendships and the bonds he shares with his fellow Marines. Carpenter maintains strong relationships with the people who supported him during his recovery and has often credited his comrades for helping him through some of the darkest days of his life. In addition to his work with veterans organizations, Carpenter enjoys spending time with his family and friends, and he has spoken openly about the importance of maintaining a positive outlook despite the challenges he continues to face in his personal life.